Now, for those guys who have asked me, I'm going to do this again. Okay. It seems like a lot of people battle with this pyramid thing. So, what is a scam and what is not? Well, let's first have a look. What is a pyramid scheme? It's a fraudulent system, not a shape, because it comes in all shapes and sizes. It seems like the uneducated or the misinformed got stuck and how it was strategized many, many years ago when those kind of things just started. So let's have a look at a few shapes in South Africa and you see if you can relate to this. If you look at your church, it's a shape. If you look at your family tree, it's a shape. If you look at the organogram of a corporate company, it's a shape. If you look at multi-level marketing, now there's a difference between legal multi-level marketing and the fraudulent ones, and I'm going to discuss it at the end of my training. It's a shape. If you look at affiliate marketing, direct selling, and even digital marketing, it's a shape. But the scalums and the Tsotsis hide themselves. What they do is they blur the fact. It's almost like baiting customers. They put some truth in it, and then the fraud lies in the product or the service itself. The product or services either get sold for a gazillion times more than it actually costs. Something that is $5 go for like $200, or the product is not sustainable. It's only relies on the recruiting people. For example, if you look at the following shape, let's say it's a brokerage. My wife is a broker. So if my wife sells a policy, she gets a commission. But a boss that didn't sell the policy also gets a commission. And his boss that didn't sell also gets a commission. Why is a brokerage not illegal? Because they are licensed and they regulate it. One of my best friends, Paul, is a real estate agent. When he sells a house, he gets commission. And his boss also gets commission, and that person's boss also get a commission. But it's a shape, but it's not illegal. So what do we look for? There are four things to make sure that you don't get scammed. One, the offer. Who designed it? Who's the founder? Who's the fall guy? If the public is only going to talk to you or the person that spoke to you, that means if money gets bleeded at the back, they're going to come for you. That's the first thing. So find out who's the fall guy, the guy who built this. You need to check out somebody's past before you can trust him with your future. Do I make any sense here this morning? Secondly, see if this opportunity has got a footprint, a place to go to, a place to find them, a call center or something in South Africa in this case, where if you're not happy with something, that you can pick up the phone and speak to somebody, or you're just going to talk to a website. Do you see where I'm going with this? Thirdly, the product. Where do they get the product? Is the product something? I always say, how do you test the product if it's real? Ask your grandmother. Ask Gogo if it exists. If she knows what it is, then it's a product. If it's some of these new generation term things which people hoy around these days, most probably you'll get burned. So guys, look for a product that you would have bought even if the company that supplies it to you did not provide it. A lot of people prefer to sell training. The problem with training is a lot of the training I see go around in South Africa is actually for free. And these people sell it, and you have to go recruit people to sell the same thing. Guys, dangerous stuff. The last and the best way to see if something is a scam, see if they're registered with the regulators, because that's what the scalums and the Tsotsis don't want. They don't want regulation. A while ago in South Africa, there was this fraudulent guy, the empty promises guy. And when the FSCA, one of the regulators, was onto him, he said, no, we are a multi-level marketing company. And then he mentioned a company. And for the informed and the educated, you knew that that's not true. Because the company that he mentioned was registered with the Direct Selling Association that protect consumers in South Africa and internationally against scams. Notwithstanding that you don't have to be a member of the DSA, but I'm not going to put my friends and my money into anything if you avoid regulations. So find out who the regulators are and If somebody brings you something that tells you it makes money, the fact that it makes money doesn't make it legal. And the fact that the guy that offers you opportunity is a good, upstanding guy doesn't make it legal. Because if making money would make things legal, then I guess human trafficking and rhino poaching would be legal as well. But it's not, it's immoral. And taking money in this desperate times from people with an unregulated system, overinflated, is a crime in itself. Why? Because people swipe their credit card and they cannot afford to swipe their credit card. If you look at one of the latest news articles, I'll put it up here. Nearly half of South Africa's middle class is behind on bills. Trying to persuade your buddy to start a business with a credit card. Guys, I've got no words. That's like giving an alcoholic Windhoek Light. Pardon my biker humor. So I condone it fiercely. And that means you are part of the problem South Africans facing. You should start something that you can start affordable, and you can make money in many ways. I mean, the website is inundated of opportunities. But if you get an opportunity that involves other people, there's a lot of them. There are some good ones out there, but make sure they're regulated. Ask them who are you regulated with? And if they're not regulated, they don't have office. The product is not something you would have used uh, without that company's existence. And you don't know who the founder is. You can't spot the founder. And especially if they keep on changing names, that's very hazardous. And I'm not saying this. I know people are desperate. I've lost everything I've owned at one stage, and I had to claw my way back. And I know how tough it is. I'm the one that taught people, listen, rock bottom has got a basement. You think things can't get worse, but it can. So my message is find something extra to do. And today's time and day, it's insane just to have one source of income. But do not touch the unregulated, unlicensed things that is expensive that you start with your credit card. And if it involves getting other people, make sure that you're registered at the least with the Direct Selling Association. The Direct Selling Association protect consumers, like I said, against fraudulent practices. And make sure you can find out who built this. Because how can you trust somebody with your future if you can't check out his past? Do I make any sense here this morning? I hope this has helped. Have an awesome day. Chat to you soon.